How do I start this thing?
Have you plugged the bloody USB in?
Yeah, it's in.
Nah, man, that's the wrong port. Oh, wait, it's flashing now.
Is it it's recording.
Well, let's start this thing, fool!
Hello everyone, I'm Amelia.
Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome to Ask the Duo podcast, a podcast where we get deep into those late night, unfiltered conversations.
We'll be discussing all things lifestyle, relationship, mindset, and more.
Alright, let's get to it!
And hello again.
Yo.
Our special guest, Sam Lam,
Hello.
is still here, and another interesting topic we want to talk about, especially it'd be good to get your business perspective. So, is being rich really everything?
Is it everything?
Everything.
We'll find out.
On the next episode.
Bye guys, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so just wanted to get your ideas and your thoughts behind, do you really think being rich is everything? Is money everything?
I think there's a balance, right?
Yes, 100% is balance.
I think having money gives you the options to do whatever you need to do, right?
Freedom, yeah.
Freedom.
Money gives you freedom.
Yeah. But with money comes with great responsibility.
Yeah, more money, more problems.
And also how you're generating that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's easy to spend it, right? But you got to make that money back too.
Yeah, and I think it's upkeeping the money. Like, you can't just have that money there and then think that it's just gonna magically end up in your account all the time.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
There's why do you think so many people just dream of being rich?
Because we're born poor. Not many. I just look at the population. I think majority of the people were born, I guess, normal or below average in in income wise in households.
And I think it's also other factors that...
Celebrities, you see how they're portrayed, how they live.
Yeah, social media, man.
Yeah,
everything. You know what I mean? And that has an influence on people in how they think of money.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's why, most normal people always think about, I wish I was rich. Because they think about the value and what they could do with the money.
And I think people just see the end goal, the glamorous end goal or the end point that you can get with money, but you don't see the work that people, for example, if you're going to use celebrities, you don't see the hard work that they put in there. Because obviously you're not going to, with social media, you're not going to always record all the hard work that you put in behind being able to generate that money. You just see their glamorous life, the high-end restaurants that they go to, the bags that they buy, cars that they get. That's all you see, but you don't see the blood, sweat and tears behind it.
Yeah, and I think you always hear when you're younger, your parents kind of talking about, you need to work hard to earn money so that you can have a good life kind of thing. And I think
study hard, get a good job, and just live happily. That's basically the traditional Asian.
Yeah. Well, it's not even live happy. It's just that
make money.
Well, yeah, pretty much make money, and that's it. That's the perspective that I got is no matter what you do, your emotions doesn't have a play in it. It's as long as you can make money, that's when you'll be happy. But it's is money really the happiness when you're working 20 hours every single day to get money, but you don't even get to live your life? What kind of happiness do you get out of that?
Yeah, that is true. Hey, because you're so focused on making your money that you don't have enough time to live it. And not even just live it, but live it with your loved ones or your close ones.
Yeah, you end up neglecting friends, family, just to get that bag.
Yeah.
I think short term, if you're willing to sacrifice that, it's worth it. If you know for a fact in the long term, you'll generate passive income or just know that you're gaining money or just income as you go. You're actually bettering yourself. If you're willing to sacrifice time with family and friends, I think it's worth it.
Yep.
But everyone's different.
Yeah, if you're doing it just to be known to be rich, where you're going to have to Like you're too afraid to show that sometimes there's like wins and loss with your money and income. But some people only want to be seen to be rich, and that means their whole entire life they're going to have to be rich, and they only want that means they're going to be working hard or finding ways to actually upkeep this. Then they, have to sacrifice social life or relationships and stuff for that, and that's not healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's got to be a fine balance, like you said, in terms of a short-term perspective.
Yeah.
Like if you know that it's going to take you 5 to 10 years or 15 years of short-term projection to build yourself individually to a certain point where you can earn passive income or you can earn money without physically doing shit, then like that's worth it. Yeah. Because that means if you could build passive income to a point where you don't need to physically do stuff, you can enjoy life. You can spend time with your loved ones and your friends and family and that
But
sort
you
of
want
shit.
that to be as short term as possible.
Yeah.
Because you'll be like sacrificing a lot of things. Your health, mental health, and relationships.
Yeah.
100%. But then there's that fine balance then, right, of what's the right direction to take to build that passive
Right,
income.
'cause there's more wrong directions than right directions with money.
And it's always the saying, work smarter, not harder. So like, yeah, just be smart and be intentional of how you earn this money.
Yeah.
Yeah, which kind of leads to this other point that I was reading up on is there's actually a difference between being rich versus being wealthy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
So being rich is more like, yeah, you just have money in the bank. Maybe you have a really high earning salary, so you just get that money. But what they, like these people that I read off these articles say, rich people, they earn money, but they don't necessarily retain that income that they get. They, what we were saying before, they spend it on just buying the best things, but they might have a massive debt because they're just putting it all in their card thinking, I can just earn that back with my salary. And they're not really thinking smart with how to invest that. So wealthy people, they're always thinking of the next step and just thinking how to continue to retain and upkeep the money and just invest or, use other ways to keep that money growing.
Yeah.
I did read something. I forgot what that guy's name. Who's that really rich American business owner?
There's quite a few.
I forgot his name, but anyway, he defines like there's different levels of wealthy. There's
there's the fuck you kind that do whatever the fuck they want and they never dints their bank accounts. There's the fake ones that think they have heaps of money. They don't. They rent everything or they just fake their life.
Fake it
They
till
post,
you make it.
they post as much as they can about their wealth, but their bank account's probably like crying. There's the ones that are upcoming ones that are like
from family.
The inherited guys, those ones, the hedge fund
trust babies,
hedge funds, trust babies.
Yeah, I read something like in terms of levels, and it's just like as you said, it's all based on image. It's based on like how much money they can spend, and then there's the uber rich who have unlimited money. Because
do you know what the crazy thing is? The richest guy I know, if you look at him, you wouldn't even know he's like billions. You know what I me?
Usually they would just wear like random.
Yeah, he would just wear like
thongs.
basketball shit. Shorts, t-shirt, shorts or singlets and shit. Yeah,
those are good though because they're humble.
They're humble, very humble. Like if you talk to him, you wouldn't even know he's worth that much.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. And that's the difference, right? There's people who want to flaunt the money to make it apparent that they have money and they're wealthy or whatever it is. But then there are guys that are like, well, I'm undercover.
Or I'd rather reinvest that money into making more money.
Yeah.
I think those people who are more humble, they know that money isn't everything. Whereas like the people who actually flaunt it, they think that money is everything. Like that's what you need to be successful.
Yeah.
But people who actually know what to do with money, they actually think the bigger picture. And, there's no reason to flaunt it. Like, you just need to use it wisely.
Yeah.
As long as you enjoy yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, uber rich guys that are, like, living really badly, poorly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, like, it's just a balance, right? Like, you are wealthy for a reason, or if you are wealthy for a reason, like, you got to enjoy it in some way or form.
Yeah, because you only live, like...
Yeah, you got to live your life.
YOLO.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's like also taking note, spend it in a way where you need to pay off, like, say you have a mortgage or living expenses.
Yeah,
like,
just
make
set
sure
budgets.
allocate for those and don't just disregard it and just be like, yep, I've got money, I can just do whatever, because money comes and goes. Same with like a lot of things. Don't just think it's forever.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, look at all these crypto guys. Fucking crying now, aren't they?
Yeah, fucking.
All
Luna.
it takes is like one wrong move. Like even
Yeah.
real stocks, they invest heaps, everything drops.
Yeah.
Invest in crypto, everything drops. Same thing.
Mm.
Even housing, I guess.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same thing, yeah. But not as risky. It's just risk factor.
Yeah, so it's just like more getting people to think, like, one day if you woke up and, because people have been wishing to be rich, but what if one day you actually woke up and you had $500 mil in your bank account, $500, so rich, make it rain, 500 mil in your bank account. Do you really know what you to do with that money? Like, a lot of people who reaches that much of money all in one go in their bank account, you kind of like get stunned. Like, you're like, okay, what do I do now? Whereas like someone who progressively earned that will slowly start to know what to do with it.
Yeah, the value of money. Value of the dollar. So isn't it crazy how you think 500 mil is a lot, right? But when you think about it, if you had 10 mil, you throw that into a term deposit, you get 3% back. You're living off 300 and something grand a year
Yeah.
from doing nothing. And that money grows too.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the problem is term deposits aren't that big anymore.
They're not that big. They're pretty shit.
Yeah, they're normally like 1% or not even that. Now,
Even 1% is 100 grand.
Yeah.
which is better than nothing.
It's better
right?
than nothing. It's safe, but yeah, everyone looks down on them now.
You need a big lump sum of money,
Yeah.
though, you know what I mean, to actually earn that return on investment. So, I mean, like for normal people who have like, 20,000, 10,000, it's not really a viable option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people don't even have that. Maybe it's like a few thousand in there and just earning that interest from that. You don't really do this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to get shit. But in terms of having 500 mil in the bank, it's going to be so, like from being a regular person to have 500 mil in your
You
bank,
can do stupid shit.
you can,
Yeah.
like,
You can burn it as much.
yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even dent it.
You would
Yeah.
think, like, your instant reaction is to
Buy whatever you
do
want.
and buy the things
Yeah,
that you've
impulsive
always
buys.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, like for me, I would think what's sustainable by using this money. So yeah, I would buy shit that I've always wanted. Maybe a watch or a
Just
car.
budget it. If smart people
Yeah.
would budget it. No, the first thing smart people would do, get a lawyer.
Mm.
People will start wanting to sue you out of nothing,
Yeah.
knowing that you have
And
nothing.
there's also, you need to know that you'll get taxed. Like, you have that much money. Like,
Well, that's what I mean. I would go like to a financial advisor
Yeah.
or something, and then look at different choices in terms of strategy or something like that. Whether I invested into property, whether I invested into shares, or diversify.
Yeah.
into-
Startups.
Yeah.
yeah. Because it's kind of the same thing. So if I give this analogy, people want to become like a CEO. Like, say you actually became a CEO overnight. You don't know how to manage the people that are working under you. You don't know how to manage or work through the complications that will come through that. So like, it's just getting you to think, like, don't just wish, like so loosely wish for something to get so high up. You need to work your way up to understand all the small things that you need to do. Because once you get given what you wish for, it's like, do you even know how to handle that position or that amount of money?
Yeah. 100%. And I think if you became a CEO of a fucking huge company, you wouldn't even understand like
The
where to start.
scale of
Because you
what
need to know how
do.
the whole thing works.
Yeah.
So usually they start from at least the bottom or the middle part. Work there
Yeah.
for like a while
Yeah.
before they come over and become the CEO.
Well, yeah, and understand how the business operates.
Yeah. Like look at all the CEOs from any top company like Google or
Yeah.
anywhere. They're like best of the best.
Because even for you, like just running your business and then just being the owner, you had a lot that you need to learn as well. You don't just inherit this skill out of nowhere. Like, you have to learn
Yeah.
from something.
I
from
think
experiences.
yeah. you have to put in the hard work as well. And I think some people aren't cut out for it as well.
Yeah.
Because you have to be able to handle stress and everything that comes.
Yeah.
You can't just run away or give up. A lot of people would normally give up, and instead of trying to find solutions, they'll just give up basically. Give up
Yeah.
or cry.
So when you when you say hard work, because I know people define hard work differently.
Oh yeah, it's
What-
a bit of everything. Like
So what's like? I mean, from your perspective, what does hard work involve? Like, is it just being consistent? Is it like putting in the time to review, to research? Like, what's your definition?
everything. So think of a normal person. Hard work would be times that by 3 or 5.
Mm.
I think it's also just because you have a position or title under your name, don't think
You're
or
better
don't
than
be
people.
no, like don't be so set that this is my job and that's all I do.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to do everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be okay
Yep.
to step in to, like empty the bins or something
I
like
think
that.
that's 100%. That sets like you apart from everyone else. Other people would just think that they have one role and that's it.
Yeah,
They
it's
just
like,
come to
that's not
work
my
and do
job.
that. That's it. They see someone needing help, they wouldn't even help them out. But they
Yeah.
don't jump in to do other stuff, different
Yeah.
roles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they think, oh,
I'm just getting paid for
hired.
this. That's it.
Yeah, 100%.
But
And
as
that's-
a human, you should be able to help other people do whatever they need. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
randoms,
Yeah.
even if it's not at work. Just being a good person,
Yeah,
you'd want to help whoever you can.
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
And that actually kind of shits me off too, because talking about like workers and shit, you can see that there are workers who only do things based on what they define
Title.
their role
Yeah,
as,
yeah.
the title
For sure.
and shit. And they always are like, oh, well, I'm hired to do this, so I'm not going to do that shit. It's like, well, hang on, you need to fucking pull your shit up because we're a team kind of thing,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You help each other out. It's not a
Yeah.
solo fucking job.
Especially if you see that a department needs help or, that week you guys are short on staff or something. You can't just be, I'm only here to be a financial planner or whatever, and I'm not going to help this person out to send out a mail or something like that because that's not in my job description. Like, you need to know that, to step out and help, especially when you know that the business is, leading that position at the moment to help out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm experiencing at the moment is we have different departments, and our department is overloaded, and there are other departments that are underloaded, and there are some characters who are basically like, well, exactly what I said. I'm only hired to do this. That's my job. That's my title. I'm not gonna fucking help you guys. And it's just kind of like, well, you're a fucking dick.
They probably won't get any promotions or get anywhere in life if they think like that.
Yeah.
Like 100% your bosses or your managers and shit will know.
Yeah. And I think that same mentality just applies with the money as well. Like, just be willing to work hard for it.
Yeah.
But
Just
one
be smart
question-
with everything you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that money is everything? Like, do you think that that's what you guys would ultimately want as like a goal in life?
I think,
I think financial freedom.
yeah.
Like be smart with it.
Yeah.
Passive,
think there's-
passive.
It's a balance, right?
It's a balance, 100%.
Yeah.
You have to work your ass for it.
Yeah.
Or most people, normal people would have to.
Yeah. Like, of course, everyone would love to have money. Who
Yeah.
wouldn't? But, you've got to have that balance where you get to a point where you can have that financial freedom where you can go, okay, well, I want to do this with you. Let's go do it. Not thinking about, oh, fuck, how do I get to that point? Do I need to save or do I need to work harder? That sort of shit. So it's about, having things in plan and scheduled to some degree so that you have that financial freedom and that you guys are continuously growing to get to that point.
Would you guys rather be content with how much you're earning and the money that you have and be happy, or would you guys want to be earning so much, like a lot of money where there's so much disposable income that you just can't even use anyway? Like, which one would you prefer?
Probably the second.
A lot of
more money.
disposable.
Yeah, because I think anything can happen. Look at all these CEOs and shit that have these crazy companies worth billions, and then the next day they do something wrong and they're literally bankrupt. Do you know what I mean?
But it's the intentions behind why you want that, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. For my future kids, generations to come, and to help people. Like,
yeah.
you have to help people. Like, as much money as you make, you're not gonna take that to your grave.
Can't use it
Yeah,
all.
but you can use it for the good to help other people. Like, if I had 500 mil, I'll probably donate most of it anyway to charities. Like, I wouldn't actually donate to charities. They're a fucking scam. I'll go straight to the people that actually need it and actually spend on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think for me, I think I like to hit small goals. So I would go content, and then I would push myself to go further.
Yeah.
Because you got to hit
You never want to stop though, do you know what I mean? When you're making money. And when you have more money, it's easier to make money. Which is the sad part about
life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cycle of life.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's a good short-term goal, if you want to call it a short-term goal, or any type of goal, is to be content first, and then you as an individual
Just see
to
how
keep
you
growing,
can
pushing.
grow. Yeah. And like, just going back to like, is money everything? For me, I don't really think it's everything. Like, it's like you guys say, it's like a balance. Like, it needs to be a balance between earning the money and being happy with it, but also being happy with your own life and what you have as well, rather than only thinking of money is literally everything, because
we also forgot to talk about health.
Yeah,
that's the other thing.
Yeah, that's another thing,
which is more important than money. You can always make money. You can't ever get your health or time back.
Yeah,
health and time is and money. That's a balance, I guess.
Yeah,
time is a big
you can't pay
thing.
for that too.
Yeah, you can't buy time. You can only buy time. THYME.
The herb.
But sometimes when it comes to health and money, it's a fine line though, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're living off money, you need to make the money.
Yeah.
To survive.
Because even look at super rich people. Do you think they're happy?
I don't think.
And then mental health wise, you see some of them go crazy, or they get addictions to certain things.
I think the social pressure as well,
Yes.
because everyone's just
following
like prying
everything,
on like what you're doing, was like even like down to what you're wearing that day. And say you had a shirt tucked in by accident, they're just gonna give you shit just because you had a shirt tucked in. But like day to day people who aren't rich, is like, who really gives a shit? So it's like stress in that way.
So yeah, there is a curve, to the graph, to like happy money and health and everything.
Yeah. And I think there are some like rich people out there who know how to balance that.
Yeah.
Who are like, well, health is number one.
But you don't hear about those people.
Yeah.
They're not under the radar or media, or
they're outside of the whole media and shit like that. So you don't really know how they handle it.
Yeah.
But they definitely do exist. Like, I forgot what that TV show we watched. I think it's Bling Empire.
Oh, Bling Empire.
Where one of the Vietnamese
Russian
ladies is married to that old white man, and he has like over 20 different businesses. The guy that does the toilets, and he gifted his wife, the Viet lady, the toilet.
The Bling toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's Bling Empire.
Yeah, it's Bling Empire.
Yeah.
That old man, he has 20 different companies, and they're all successful.
Yeah.
Where he's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't know, like
no one really
60 or
knows
whatever.
who he is. Maybe like really people who are really into business might know who he is, but in the general public, you don't really hear about him.
Yeah, but outside of that, he's actually like really happy,
Like a normal dude.
like a normal person who helps people, and he likes to like, based off the TV show, he seemed like he was helping normal people. Like, he just seemed really happy.
Because you get happy if you can actually help someone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, much more happier than buying a fucking $1,000 t-shirt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think like, I can't remember, it's probably me imagining it, but he like, even down to just doing his own gardening and stuff, like not just hiring people and be like, oh, I can just hire someone to do that. He actually steps in and like does the gardening or all that kind of stuff, and just doing day-to-day life things.
Yeah.
Like a normal person.
Like a normal
Yeah.
person, yeah.
I think maybe that it gets to a point where they earn so much that they hire people to do shit.
Yeah.
Like gardening, like cook,
Yeah.
chef. Like, you
Which
gotta,
is fine. Like, it's not that, like, it's a wrong thing to do, but
Yeah.
it's just, like, also remember to enjoy your own life, too.
yeah.
That's where the thing comes in, where it's like money versus time.
Mm.
If I do my gardening, is it going to be cheaper if I hire someone and then I spend my time, say, investing or looking at stocks and trading? Things like
But
that.
it's
Yeah.
also like, you know, say for you don't enjoy gardening, it's okay that you hire someone, but say like I enjoy gardening, I still want to be able to step in there and help the person that I'm hiring
Yeah.
or like do
Or do it
something for
yourself,
myself.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like understanding what you also enjoy.
Yeah. You get more out of it.
Mm.
Yeah. I had something, but then I've got a brain block. But something that you said about hiring and time.
Oh, time versus money.
Yeah. Like to probably relate it to more normal people, because this is what I've noticed. A lot of people nowadays hire a cleaner.
Yeah.
So they weigh the differences between, well, I could spend time cleaning the house, the kitchen, the floors, vacuuming, that sort of shit, or I could pay someone to just do it while I'm doing something else, like outside, whether it's going out with my family or whatever it is. I've actually started to notice that a lot of normal families are doing that now,
Yeah.
where they hire an actual cleaner so that they could spend time with their family.
yeah.
Which is a good thing. Like that's the thing about considering if it's worth it or not. Like like say it's just us two at home. We hire a cleaner. There's really no point.
Yeah, I
But
think
like
with kids and stuff, or
Yeah.
depending on the situation, if both parents are working,
and you
they don't
get
want to waste
time.
like a few hours cleaning. They'll rather hire someone for like what, $30 an hour, $40 an hour, 100 and something bucks. They get to spend like a few hours with their kids. They're probably happier that way. They think
Yeah.
it's more worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really up to the family situation.
Yep.
They deem it.
But I mean, like, it's becoming the normality in terms of hiring a cleaner now. Because you would only think hiring a cleaner is for, like, the rich people.
Yeah.
Or people who have more money.
Well, it kind of like makes me think it's the same. Like in Australia, you don't hear people have maids.
Yes,
here,
in
but
Hong Kong and Asia,
Yeah.
you have maids.
it's always like even just a normal general family would have a maid. So that's kind of like different too. So I don't know if that has like any relations, but it's like it could be a culture thing or something that society
It's
is bringing
illegal in Australia.
Is
it?
To have a live at home maid.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if they're getting paid properly?
I'm pretty sure it's illegal, yeah. Because
Because I've heard, so there's,
I think it might be illegal if you bring them from overseas over here.
Like the
Yeah.
contracted
Yeah,
from overseas
pretty
or
much,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure you can hire them as like a legit job.
Oh yeah, here, yeah.
And then you pay them a full-time wage, but they can either live with you or wherever.
yeah,
man.
they'll be
And then-
they'll be like based here, like employing them
Yeah.
here. I think bringing
Yep.
their contract over from overseas is illegal. Because I think
Yeah.
it'll be like way underpaid.
Underpaid.
Way underpaid.
But then I'm pretty sure honkies do it though.
Yeah, they do it. But they can come over as on a holiday visa, holiday or some shit. They're not actually working.
yeah.
That's a loophole, I think.
Don't ask me.
No, because I've seen as we know, a lot of honky families have it. But say if honky families were to travel or to move like somewhere else, they generally bring their maids over as well. Yeah.
Because they're kind of
So-
part of the family.
Yeah, they're pretty
too.
much looking after
Yeah.
the kids 24/7.
Yeah.
The
they
kids
cook
kind of
and-
remember them. So if they're like gone, they'll be like, where did.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you think about it, it's not a bad gig though, because you get paid full time, you get to live with the family, you don't need to pay for.
There's a lot
like,
of
costs.
students doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a babysitter. Yeah, it's like a
Oh, they
little-
like students hiring maids.
Oh no,
What are
like
they
students
getting
in
maids
Australia like being hired as like a stay-at-home babysitter or something.
Yeah. Really interesting. Would you ever hire a maid?
No. I can clean up after myself fine, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, yeah, sometimes you get really busy and like you kind of get lazy, but it's still manageable
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
own. Like, it's not to the point where you need someone to do
Unless
it
you have
for
a
you.
massive house. where it gets
yeah.
dusty, like that big.
2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even our house gets fucking dusty, man. And like sometimes it's a bit hard to keep up because like she loses her hair
Yeah.
like a lot.
Yeah.
So you see hair on the ground and stuff. So like you would clean it.
Get the robots, man. The
the robot
auto
thing.
ones. Yeah.
I've always wondered, will they get stuck because my hair's long and then they suck it up and just get
It
tangled?
should be alright. I think they design it with that in mind. They're pretty smart these days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, might have to look into one. Robot vac
Yeah.
for downstairs.
RoboCoupe and
I think they're pretty expensive. They're like $1,000
Yeah.
they're
bucks.
getting
Pretty
cheaper.
expensive.
So you get them from. There's multiple brands that are like versing each other, and I think
Competing.
they're competing, and then the prices just slowly drop.
Mm,
They're pretty smart though.
yeah.
Yeah, because my sister has one. Apparently it mops and vacs.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I've seen the meme where like a dog's shat in the house, and then they try to mop and vac at the same time, and just spread the shit everywhere. Yeah,
So
Shit.
don't get it to wipe your dog's poo.
just get the vacuum one, mop yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get a steam cleaner too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got the steam cleaner. Off topic.
Yeah, so
Yeah, where do we... we're talking about money, so wealth. Different levels of wealth.
actually let's end it on like how you see money and being rich or wealthy now. Has it changed from what you used to see it as? Like when you were younger or
Oh
like
yeah,
when you
for
were a
sure. Growing up,
Well, yeah,
right?
and I mean, even like to dial it to the Asian culture shit, like my parents always said, you can do whatever you want to do in terms of work, but as long as you're smart about the direction that you're going to, because at the end of the day, your choice will dictate how you're going to live comfortably or hard. So, I mean, my parents never drilled it into me that I had to be
Doctor,
Rich.
engineer,
rich or a
lawyer,
doctor or anything like that.
That's
Yeah.
good though, because most Asian parents push to make money in that way in terms of being a lawyer or doctor or engineer. So it's good that your parents didn't push you in that direction.
Yeah. But I mean, was it the same thing for you guys? Like,
Oh, they pushed the shit out of me. I did like Maths B, Maths C, all the sciences, English, yeah, all the good stuff.
Did they tell you why they wanted to push you in that
It opens more
direction?
doors. Yeah, and it actually does. Yeah, it actually does if you want to go that direction. That's the thing. Did you have an option to pick what you wanted to do?
I think it's also for them, they see that those are stable jobs.
Yeah,
Like if you
stable,
end up in it.
safe, and good money.
Yeah. Well, like my parents didn't really specifically say I need to be a doctor or engineer and stuff, but they definitely pushed me hard to study anything and everything. But I don't know if that's also because like being in the Hong Kong culture, they always compete in terms of doing extracurricular activities. So
Music and stuff.
yeah, music,
Sports.
like you gotta do like all these different things, and if like another family is doing one extra activity, now you have to do something extra to compete with like all
Yeah, they
these
make
other
the kids
families.
compete.
Yeah, and it's
Stupid.
like
It's the stupidest
it
shit
gets
ever.
really yeah.
but
it
then
gets
that's
really tiring.
confusing then. Is it like being competitive or is it actually pushing your kid to do better?
I think they just have
Probably
to
a bit of
stand.
both, but like,
Yeah.
why the fuck would you make your kids compete? That's not even relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
dude, you're like 5 years old and you're already doing like 10 different things. Like I hear now, this is more from my auntie. So she had twins and they were maybe like 1 years old, and they were already thinking of what curricula to put them in and sign up to. And they really had like, 5 lined up. And dude, your baby's like 1 year old.
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do when they're a freaking infant?
Yeah, you never want to burn out your child too.
Yeah.
They get to a stage where they just become rebellious because they're
I
like,
def-
why the fuck am I
yeah.
doing all this shit?
I definitely had a burnout stage. I was like, none of my parents knew how to play piano, but I got pushed so hard to practice every single day. Like, I practiced, went to class, came back, and then they give you feedback, right? Like, what to do better. And like, my parents would stand there behind me with a ruler or like a metal ruler or something, and they would make me correct myself and practice that after piano lessons, and I've really learnt so many like hours, so I like got so sick of it that I eventually just lashed out. I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. And then I was like, I'm not doing it. And they obviously, because they're trying to override you and being strict and stuff, so they were yelling like at the top of their lungs, being like, you're being disrespectful, you're wasting my money, like I've driven you to all these classes, like got you the best teacher, now you don't want to do it. And I was like, in the first place, I didn't want to play piano anyway, so like, why are you forcing me? So like, I just stood my ground and like got in so much trouble. But it's like, when you're a kid, you only want to have fun. Like, you don't want to be pushed.
When you don't find it fun anymore, where it becomes like a chore or being forced to do it.
Yeah.
You're just like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Yeah, and I think it's also on top of just that tiger mom or tiger parent thing where they're just standing there just monitoring you, and you're like,
it's the wrong way about going about things, especially when you want your kid to learn or practice. You have to make it fun. You don't want to burn them out. You don't want to force them. Like
it's funny funny now, but I was so tired I actually fell asleep at the piano so many times, and my dad would take pictures of me falling asleep, but it's like I was actually that tired from practicing, and I just sleep like, and then I get in trouble because like they would find me and be like, why are you sleeping and not practicing? I'm like, well, I'm freaking tired. I'm like freaking 5 years old. So
that's retarded.
So it was just like that kind of mentality, and then just pushing you to, it's not telling you to earn money to become a doctor or something, but it's like you need to earn money, and money is where you'll find happiness, is the direction that my parents did it, like taught me.
And then, Sam, did you ever get burnt out? When
I was in grade 3, I was doing like high school maths, like grade 10 maths and physics and shit, shit like that. I burnt out, like, I think maybe end of high school. I was like, yeah, fuck this. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Kind of thing, It was alright. Like, looking back, your parents just want the best for you. And I think they just went about it the wrong way. So then now looking back, our kids will get something similar, but like in a better version of it. Do you know what I mean?
I think it was more the attitude behind it, like pushing you to do the extracurricular. I'm thankful for that, but it's just the yelling, and like the pushing, the forcing, strictness.
So our kids will definitely benefit from that because we want them to do their best, but then we wouldn't push them to the limits. I reckon we'll let them pick whatever they like or enjoy. That way it'll be better for them.
Yeah, and I think that was the issue is, like you said, their attitude and the way they portray what they're thinking. It just didn't come off the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's always forceful.
It's the best intention, but not the way to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's also for them, they're so focused on the end goal. Like, again, it's like you don't enjoy the process. They're just thinking of the end goal for you, and they're saying it's what's best for you, which it is, but you got to make them enjoy their process as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's
got a good chunk of money talk.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about money, whether that actually means anything to you, or
is money really everything to you, or
is Bitcoin the future?
Crypto,
we'll
bro.
Find out. All right, thanks for listening, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you so much if you have reached to the end. We really appreciate you for tuning in, and if you like what you hear, please share it with your friends or family, and subscribe to our podcast on whatever platform you are listening to.
Make sure you share any topics you'd like us to cover or questions you might have to our Instagram.
Slide it into our DMs.
Pika. You can also stay in the loop of all the behind the scenes and the release of our new episodes there too. Our Instagram is Ask the Duo Podcast. That's AskTheDuoPodcast. Man, feels like I'm in a spelling bee competition right now. Alright, that's it for now, and we'll see you back here for our next episode. Bye!
See ya!